on.
2:20, man. Right on time. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Wow, talk about a wild show. Well, this is about as good as it gets. We got international flavor. We got local flavor. We got it all. And we got a lot to talk about today. We got NFL. We got baseball. We got it all. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Scott Matthews. This is the one and only Get the Edge Sports Podcast. And we are ready for a busy, busy week. I'll tell you, we're a little short-handed today, but I think Teddy and I can handle the job because our boy TK, we're going to bring him in here in a little while, is traveling all over the world. And we're going to find out what destinations and what he's doing on this trip besides making money betting sports in different countries. But here is my other co-host, the man beside me all the time, the CEO of the Sports Profits, one and only Teddy Brooks. What's up, Teddy? You and me
Scotty,
today.
so now I'm the other co-host, huh?
Not
I'm
the other.
the other co-host.
No, not the other.
I'm
The
excited.
main.
I'm happy for TK. You know, guys, if you're watching this, it's an important time for us for what we do. We're about to enter into the gauntlet, as we like to say, right? August, September, October, November,
All
December, January, February, March, April, 8 to 9 months of pure grind, pure work, because that's what we do. We don't have, this is our full-time job, but not only is our full-time job, but we don't treat it 40-hour-a-week full-time job. We treat it 60, 70-hour-a-week full-time job. So I'm happy TK's out there enjoying himself in Italy.
Yeah, maybe more. More than 67
Yeah.
hours a week. We're at seven
If you
days a
include
week.
dealing with, that brings me, I want to say this too. If you include dealing with the clients, you know, guys, we deal with our clients one-on-one directly. A lot of companies out there, they just post their plays to an Instagram or a Discord or a Telegram, whatever it is, and they don't have to deal with their clients. So you answer me this question. Who do you think cares more about winning? A guy that has a personal one-on-one relationship with his clients, or a guy that has 1,000 clients that he's never even spoken to before?
Oh, I think that one's real easy, Teddy. Us, the way we do it. One-on-one, private service, exclusive service. And the best part is you have full access to all of us. I mean, basically, I know you have full access to me. I'm sure Teddy runs the same way, and I'm sure TK runs it. When you're a private member, that's why you're a private member. You have full access up to the minute on any decisions or any games that we feel are worthwhile. But, hey, speaking of worthwhile, why don't you, you're the Italian on the set here. Why don't you bring your man in here? Because he's somewhere in your part of the world.
TK, I've never been there. My family's from there. My great-grandparents on both sides are all from there, all four of them. So I hope to be there one day in the very near future.
You never been there, huh?
Never been there.
Okay.
I've never been. My parents have been a couple times, but I have never been. TK, let's bring him on straight from Roma,
Woo! Look at that face, man.
Italia.
I was here with my boy George having a cold beer right now. Got a Paulner beer. They're watching a little baseball. We got baseball action. Got a bunch of people on it. So
Wow, where are
in a baseball game right now?
Where are you? In some kind of a pub or restaurant?
I'm in a pub right now. I'm in an Irish pub in Rome.
An Irish
If you
pub.
believe that. I'm in an Irish pub right now. Having a couple beers right now. Enjoying the game right now. We got the bottom of the sixth inning, 2-1 Pittsburgh right now. Watching the game live. It's like 8:30 in the evening here.
Right.
We've been going all day, so it's been fun out here.
What
I'll
do you
have to join you guys live from Rome?
Give us a little breakdown,
Yeah,
T. What have you been doing there?
Let's go, man.
What have we not done? We was in Florence.
Give me your top
yesterday.
three. Give me your top three things that you've done since you've been there.
Top three things. Top three things besides eating pasta and drinking and hanging out. We went.
You do that anyways.
I got my boy George over
George,
here.
hey, what's up, George?
We're gentlemen. We're at the Coliseum. I bring a couple girls live in YouTube right now. We got like.
But hold on, we need the top three though.
We got about
What's up, guys?
People live on YouTube right now. We're getting ready to go. We're just chilling in Rome right now. They're all coming from America. We're coming from Florida. Live on YouTube.
Where are they? T, where are they from? What are they?
Australian girls right here right now. We got a few over here live on YouTube right now. So we got a lot of people on here right now. So
He's running his own show.
right for the Coliseum right now, drinking some beers, having a good time. We got Australia now. It's over.
You're like the Anthony Bourdain of this generation. Anthony Bourdain's no longer, but it looks like TK's going to be moving and grooving.
Scotty, how about this? He's
bartenders live over here, man.
He's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
He's on the other side of the world, but nothing's changed. He's still avoiding the question.
Right.
What are the top three things?
Yeah. What are the top three things you've seen? Like the most exciting things?
I saw a story he posted of the Coliseum. That looked really cool.
The Coliseum was running great. I showed my boy George. We were in the Coliseum hanging out the other day. We hang out with Julius Caesar, basically. We chilling out there.
We did some gladiator training.
Gladiator training. We had a great time over there in the Coliseum.
We saw a new sport here, right? I don't know what it was. It's like
they got betting on there. It's off the TV right now, but it's crazy betting in Florence. They had live better than UFC. You guys missed it out.
Let me ask you a question. Is sports betting in these places? I mean, big. I mean, do you notice a lot of traffic for people looking to bet on sports, or not really?
Well, the betting over here is basically all online. You can. There's really no brick and mortar places. You got to bet online, Bet 365, Betano. But gambling's like crazy over here. It's all on soccer.
Did you set up an account?
I did play a Bet 365. I'm playing here tonight. I got the game live on Bet 365. So we'll see what happens here tonight. So we'll see what happens. I got a good action going on a game here tonight. We'll see what happens.
How many more days left on this great trip you're on?
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. We've been going. We're actually tomorrow we're gonna hang out in Rome. We're heading to Sicily. We'll be back on Tuesday, back in Florida, getting ready for a little football. But the bartender's got the baseball. You can probably see the U.S. baseball on the back in the corner over here.
Yeah, I
see. We got St. Fran game on there tonight. So we'll see what happens here. We're gonna watch the game. I'm going to grab some carbonara here in about an hour. Like I said, it's about 9 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock time over here, not Eastern time.
Right.
So we're going to go hang out tonight, a little pasta tonight.
So any of the soccer leagues, any of the big leagues going on right now over there? It's quiet with soccer.
No, it's quiet. They had cricket on earlier today, but that was about it.
Okay.
A little cricket action on there tonight.
One other thing I was going to ask you, is Americans, I mean, is baseball over there? Or are they just doing it for you as a favor? I mean, it's
put
not
on a baseball.
Yeah,
I asked the guy to put the baseball on. He goes, what? I said, put American sports on. He put a little baseball on for me here tonight. So we got the game on. We'll see what happens. 2-1 right now, Pittsburgh and San Fran. So we'll see what happens here tonight.
All right, T.
It's a pleasure being on with you guys tonight.
Yeah.
I know we're drinking away. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock here tonight. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys. I'm glad I got to get on with you guys this evening.
Hey, quick question before you go. When, are you going to be back on next week on Wednesday? I'll
be back on Wednesday. Well, we might have a little, what do we call this? Surprise excursion to Greece for a day or two. We'll see what happens.
Well, you need to have your ass back here next week because I'm leaving for Vegas on Wednesday morning, so I won't be here.
I'm going to be all by myself. Wow.
Teddy,
you know what's the funny thing, Teddy? I'm going to talk about
goes
this
from
right
3
now.
to 2 to...
I'm at a bar right now in Rome, and the biggest thing here is American football. They say 24 hours open just for American football and college football. So if you ever come to any place right now in Rome, this is the bar to come to right now.
What's the name? Give it a plug.
It's called Schoolers Lounge.
Bring,
it's one of the best places to watch
American bring the bartender over.
Football. You can watch it here. They're open 24 hours when they play American and college football on the weekends. You can watch any game here.
Well,
if you're going to bet, you got to have bet online because there's no brick and mortars here. Or you can bet 365, Betano.
Okay.
You got all the places you can bet on here.
All right, well, tell them to be ready on August 30th to have those TVs up. Number 1 in the nation, Texas. Number 2, Ohio State. August 30th to kick the regular season of college football. Big first weekend off. That's good. We'll talk about that, you and I.
You can probably see in the background, they got all the college symbols back out there.
George, what's wrong? All the girls there. What are you doing talking to him? Turn around, George. Turn around.
So what he's trying to tell you is there's a lot
they can't hear me.
All the local,
campuses.
all local campuses. So they
Yeah.
got the schools here.
They're all U.S. schools. They come here for like a 3-month intersession.
Okay.
And when they're here, they actually come to this bar
And watch American football, college and pro football.
Yeah, like you got.
All right, cool.
You got UM back.
We got
there.
UM. We got all the campus out there.
So
Wow.
it's a really cool place.
And then we got
So it's like a college bar.
All right,
We
cool.
got all the hot Australian girls back there in the background.
Well,
as well.
listen, you guys have a great time. Be safe over there. We appreciate you making the time to come on because I know you're having a couple of cocktails and you're on vacation. Hopefully, we'll see you back here live next
I'll be
Wednesday.
back on there.
You and Teddy, and I'll be in Vegas about 11 in the morning, so I'll probably miss you guys. But anyways, have a great day, man. Be good.
All right.
Woo! We're going international, Ben. I don't know if that's ever been done here at Podcast Junkies, where we had a guy sitting at a what do they call those places? I guess
Pub.
A pub. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
A pub in Rome.
Pretty
Not
cool.
bad. Not bad.
Pretty interesting how football's so big around the world. You know, everyone says football, soccer is the biggest sport in the world. I don't know, though. I mean, it's football's spreading pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, the NFL's always been big, but I guess
It's bigger than ever, though.
Yeah, in certain parts of the world more so than others. I don't know how Italy takes it over, maybe Germany or other different big.
Big in Germany, too.
Yeah.
They're having games there.
Exactly. So that's exciting stuff. And you know what? We got a lot to talk about with the NFL because we got a full slate of games this week in preseason. First big week of games, obviously the Hall of Fame game. I don't know if I asked you. Did you play that game, the Hall of Fame game, the first game?
Yeah, I did a little sprinkle on the under and lost.
Okay. Yeah, I came out strong with that one. I had the Chargers plus the 1.5, which worked out great. I'll tell you, that game to me looked so easy, and this week I'm pulling my head because I don't see anything that looks too easy this week. The numbers on these games are all extremely tight and so forth and so on. But I wanted to talk a little NFL with you, if you don't mind, and I wanted to get your opinion because I kind of have mine, and I got a lot of flack by the way, by these the Buffalo, what do they call them, the Buffalo Mafia?
The Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia, because when I put out that comment that I thought the Bills weren't going to go over the win total.
Oh, did you get a lot of Bills fans on there?
Yeah. They started ranking me out, calling me nuts and crazy, and I'm out of my mind, and whatever the case. Guys, I'm not saying they're not going to have a good season. I just don't know if they're going to win 12 games or not. That's all, because it is a little more competitive. The NFL, I think, is getting more and more competitive, and teams are going to play teams a little more tougher than probably year after year. It seems like it gets closer and closer on the parity. So that's the only reason, but I don't see Buffalo not winning that division and going into the playoffs, obviously. I just don't know if they're going to win 12 games through the regular season, but we'll see what happens in that.
I mean, it was an over-under 11.5, so people kind of overreact. Like, just because you don't think they're going to get 12 wins doesn't mean that they can't win the Super Bowl. You know, you can get 10 wins and win the Super Bowl. It's not about
Giants did it.
Yep, it's not all about the regular season.
No, but a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about while I have you on here with me, obviously, and we're going to be focused on what's going on here. NFL top quarterbacks in the AFC. If you were to rank them 1 to 5, like 1 being obviously the best, down to 5. Who do you think would be obviously, who do I think? Who do you think?
This year?
Who would be your top 5?
Like, who do I think is going to be the top 5 this year?
This year,
from
coming
the
up.
past? Okay.
This year.
So you already know my number 1 because I talked about this a week or two ago.
Mr. Burrow?
Joey Burrow. I think he's going to have another fantastic year. Mm-hmm. What he did was so great that people didn't really realize it just because the team did so bad. So Joey Burrow, I would say I got to give Mahomes
You always got to put him up, right?
I got to give Mahomes the number 2 spot. These two are tough, between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I have them at 3 and 4. I don't know exactly who I keep at what spot. I think they're interchangeable.
Sure.
And then number 5 is going to be an interesting
tough cutoff.
Yeah.
Once it gets down there.
Once it gets down there, number 5, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go out on a limb here. This is I might get laughed off the stage for this one here.
Won't be worse than my Buffalo.
Because I know you're going to say I know you're going to have Herbert in your top 5. You know who I'm going to put at number 5, who I think is going to have just a blowout breakout year? I talked about this too. Bo Nix.
Really? You think he's going to be the top?
Hot take. He's going to be the 5th best quarterback in the AFC. Bo Nix.
Really? All right.
Really.
Interesting. You're leaving off the guy I think that's going to have a big year this year.
Herbert.
Yeah.
I know. I said that. I said I know he's going to be on your list.
Yeah.
I already know. So let's hear yours.
Well, and you forgot Josh Allen.
No, I said Josh
did?
Allen and
Okay.
Lamar,
Right.
3 and 4, interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean, you could pick. Listen, any one of the top 5 could be number 1. I mean, think about it. That's how close it is. Anybody at the top 5, and again, like I said, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Wait, is this your order? Josh Allen number 1?
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean,
People want to hear rankings, Scotty.
yeah,
Come on.
I'm going to tell you, but my top is I'm gonna put up number 1. I'm going to stick with Mahomes. I think Mahomes again, the regular season, those guys just find ways to win games, and they put up the numbers at the end of the day. They put up those numbers, and so I'm going to go with Mahomes number 1. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow right up there, number 2. I'm going to go with who else was I going to go with there? I'm trying to think. Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson, and that's kind of really my top
You
one.
put Josh Allen at 5?
No, Josh. I think it's going to be Mahomes number 1, and I think Joe Burrow number 2, and then I would say Josh Allen number 3, Lamar 4, and
Herbert 5.
there you go.
So we have a very similar list. I think I'm stepping out on a limb here, putting Knicks at 5. I know I'm stepping out on a limb doing that.
Yeah. Well, listen.
But I think I see big things for him.
He had a great year last year, and if he comes off and improves, the sophomore jinx always is something you got to worry about in the NFL, obviously. But I think he's got a great coach. He's got a great organization around him, and I think they can keep him on the straight and narrow. And if he performs as well or better than he did last year, he could make a good run for himself as one of the top QBs in the league. He's definitely, I think, in the top 10 at this point.
Yeah, and I think a big thing I've been reading about how he's been working with Drew Brees, because, Sean Payton has that relationship with Drew Brees, coaching him for so many years.
Yep.
So Drew Brees agreed to go to Denver and work with him for a little bit. So I think that's going to be big.
Yeah, no doubt. When you have a Hall of Fame quarterback like Drew Brees and Sean Payton that collaborated together, that made them an unbelievable team, New Orleans, for many, many years. So it can only help. It can only help for a young quarterback like that, for Bo Nix to be around guys like that. So yeah, I think he's going to have a good, solid season. As I said, I thought they're going to go over their win total this year. They could be very competitive, but again, the team I feel that's going to be the strongest team that has the shot to pull off, take leapfrog in Kansas City in that division is definitely the Chargers. I like the Chargers to win that division, with Kansas City close and then Denver right behind them. And I think the Raiders, obviously, they could improve, but I don't think they're going to improve enough to beat those other teams ahead of them. And that's what I feel. What about the NFC?
NFC. So how about you start this one? Because I started AFC.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, thanks. I'm putting Jordan Love, not number 1, but I'm going to put him up there in the top. I'm going to put him number 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, that's your big. So I took a big step with Bo Nix. That's a big step.
I think Jordan Love's going to have a huge season this year. I think they made some great acquisitions in the offseason. I could see this Green Bay team being solid as a rock. What the problem is? I don't have like a clear-cut number 1. So I'm just going to put it together. I don't really have like a top. I think Stafford's going to be, solid as always, being up there. Goff, I think, is going to have another solid season. Jalen Hurts. And I'm going to go on a limb. This is going to be one I'm probably going to get some people saying, what the hell am I talking about? I think Dak Prescott somehow, some way is going to have a pretty good season. I really do. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I just got this vibe, man. And like I said, when you get these vibes, and I think with all this controversy going around the Cowboys and everything else, maybe the pressure's not on Dak like it was in the past. And he's got some nice weapons to go to. I mean, you pick up Pickens. I mean, that's not too shabby, right?
It's important. Yeah, it's important.
And he's got some other weapons, and they can mix it up with the running game. And I think Dak's going to have a big season this year. I think he's going to have a surprisingly solid football season. That he could be. His numbers will make the top 5 in quarterbacks in the NFC.
So run through those again.
Oh God,
you already forgot. I think number 1 was Jordan Love.
No, 2.
Who was number 1?
I didn't really come up with like number one because I thought the rest of them was all kind of. I like Jalen Hurts, I like Stafford, I like Goff, and I like Prescott.
Okay.
So I didn't really have a number. I'm leaving a number one spot blank for me, but I'm going to go number 2 with Love, and then I'm going to fill in the other 4. Let's see what happens there.
Okay. So here's where I'm at with the. First of all, I think we could both agree the AFC quarterback talent's definitely stronger.
Jalen Hurts is going to be
than the NFC. Yeah. But
no doubt.
Before I get into my top 5, Dak Prescott, there's trouble brewing, and you know about the Micah Parsons thing, and I think Jerry Jones needs to step down as GM. He needs to stop, be the owner, and hire a GM that's a little bit more with it, because Jerry Jones is he's making a mess of the Cowboys. Now, that being said, my top 5, number 1, the most disrespected, the most underrated quarterback in football, in my opinion, Jalen Hurts. He just won a Super Bowl, played like a beast, had a great year, and he still doesn't get the love that Jordan Love. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what the problem is, though, with Jalen Hurts, and I love him as well. I think he's a super quarterback. He kind of hinges on Barkley, and I don't know if Barkley's going to have the season he had last year, because that gave Hurts a lot of freedom.
It did.
A lot of freedom to really put up a lot of passing yards and have a super season, because when you got a weapon like that, they focus on him. It gives him more options. So I don't know if Saquon has that unbelievable season, I could agree with you.
Why wouldn't he? You think he's going to decline a little bit?
Wear and tear, man. He had almost 500 touches last year. I mean, that's a lot of touches, a lot of damage on your body. And now you're coming back, 4 months later, 5 months later. I mean, the wear and tear can go a long ways. Can you go back to back and have 2 unbelievable seasons like the season he had the year before? Is going to be very, very tough. Very tough to do. It hasn't happened too often where, I don't think anyone's ever come back from a 2,000-yard season and then come back and perform, even close to that. I mean, maybe somewhat close, but not to that level.
Yeah,
so
that's
going to make or break Hurts, I think, from having a huge season.
I can see that.
Because now if they start putting all the pressure on Hurts to throw, he might not be as effective as he was last year when he didn't have to have all the pressure on him. As a passer.
No, absolutely. That's definitely understandable. So, number 1, Jalen Hurts. Number 2, I got to say, this NFC is a little bit tougher, but I'm going to give Jared Goff my number 2 spot.
Are we concerned, though, about Jared Goff? I mean, I'm with you on it. I picked him as well. But are you a little concerned? I am a little concerned. I got a little bit of a small question mark with these 2 new coordinators, that they can work well. I know he's been around. They
lost their offensive and defensive coordinator. Right?
So now, now you got a whole different kind of scheme or different ideas. Will it take away the effect of that unbelievable offense the last couple of years that Detroit's had? That's the only question mark I have. That's why I'm leaving kind of a couple of these guys open. But I still think he's going to have a solid season. Go right ahead.
I mean, no. I'm glad you brought that up, because that is an interesting point. Both of the coordinators, offensive and defensive, for the Lions are head coaches now on new teams. So that's definitely understandable.
It's hard to replace guys like that talented. You know what I mean? That they were that good of coordinators. They were wanted by other teams in the league, and became head coaches. So
it is.
Now you're replacing with other guys that could be excellent. Don't get me wrong, but now you have a different philosophy and different ways of setting up the game plans. So it could affect, key positions, obviously, on offense and defense.
For sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, number 3. I'm going to spice it up a little bit and give my number 3 slot to Baker Mayfield.
Oh, you know what? That's right.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield. He's a cool guy. I mean, besides his quarterback skills, love the guy, great personality. I think he's great for the game of football.
Tough as nails.
And he is a winner. Scotty, you always talk about certain teams and certain people find ways to win, and I think he did that a lot last year. He had some great comebacks, and I'm excited to see what he brings this year. Number four. These are tough, man. This is a tough division.
It really is.
But you know what? Barring that he does not have a sophomore slump, I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels.
Oh, you know what? I forgot all
You're forgetting all the good ones, right?
I forgot Jaden.
You're forgetting the young guys.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels.
I like him.
So this is sophomore year. A lot of times these quarterbacks, they go into a sophomore slump, they call it, especially for that position. But you know what? I don't know if I see that happening with him.
Well, they need to sign that receiver.
They need
big time.
McLaurin?
Yeah.
I think they did.
Did they do it? Because of yesterday, they didn't.
I think they did. Let's look that up.
Okay. Because he is a key to them. I mean, without him, that's going to affect a lot of things for the Redskins, from the Commanders.
No, it looks like they have not. No. I thought they signed him.
No, they did not sign him.
It looks like
they may lose him. And if they lose him, that's like an unbelievable weapon.
Yeah,
that's definitely going to affect Daniels.
They need to get that done for sure.
Yeah, so that's why I'm leaving. That's why I kind of left him out.
No, you forgot about him. Let's be honest.
Well, true.
And number 5, this is a tough man. These are tough spots to fill. Ooh, number 5. Is anyone throwing their opinion in there, Ben?
I mean, we got some pretty good comments, but they're nothing.
They're probably booing us, Ben, in the comments.
Nothing regarding
quarterbacks. That's what we're talking about right now. They just want their game. Give me the game. What's the game? What do you guys like?
Yeah,
this is how our followers are. They want the injection right there, the game. Number 5, we'll get to the game. Actually, real quick, guys, I promised everyone that was coming on live the Blue Jays Rockies game. I promised you would get this pick exclusively for coming on here. So let me just give it real quick. Blue Jays, because it starts in like 15 minutes. Blue Jays, first 5 innings, -1 run, -140. Lock it in. All right. Number 5, Scotty. Sorry for taking so long on this number 5. This is a tough one.
You're struggling for it. I got you.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna skip over Dak Prescott, and I'm gonna go with Brock Purdy.
Wow.
I think he's gonna have. He had a little bit of an off.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, he had a little bit of an off year last year. I think he's going to come back and have a bounce back.
You don't like Stafford?
I do, but he's getting up there in years.
Yeah, but he's solid.
He does have who's the new receiver he has? He has Puka Nacua.
Oh, he's got a couple of guys.
What's his name left? Cooper Kupp left, but he got someone new. I can't think of who.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out
off the top of mine. But he's got some weapons, and you know what? He's a veteran, and he's been under the system with McVay for multiple years now, so they kind of know what they got. And he's a pretty damn good, solid quarterback. And one thing he can do is he can put up a lot of yards, and put up a lot of touchdowns, and keep the interceptions as low as possible. So he's definitely a solid quarterback, and he deserves to be in the top of.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not in the top 3 to 5, but he's right up there in the top 10 for sure.
That being said, for those of you guys who do fantasy football, we are not claiming to be fantasy football experts. That's not our main gig, but I do like the concept. There's a lot of depth at quarterback this year, so I do like the concept of waiting to draft a quarterback if you're in a draft-style league.
And one other thing, I got to bring it up because we talked about it. How about the what's Sanders? What's first?
Shador.
There
guys,
you go.
For those of you who are first time watching, Scotty does not do good with names.
Right.
Let's just leave it at that.
Shador Sanders is going to start week 1 of the NFL preseason. They gave him the nod. It's pretty cool. You're going to check it out and see what he's got.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough ride. When think about it, when you jump from college to the NFL, the speed of the game is amazingly different. And that's what takes down a lot of these young quarterbacks. They got to catch up with that speed the NFL brings over to college football. But I'm curious to see how he does. I'm sure you are too.
I am. I'm excited to see what he does. I'm curious to see what he does. Another guy I'm excited for this year is Michael Penix. Is he starting for the Falcons this year? Is Cousins?
He's definitely in the run for it, yeah. It's between him and Cousins.
Yeah, so they're still not decided on that?
I don't think they made a final decision yet. I'm sure they're going to watch them both real closely.
That's going to be an interesting QB battle right there. Well, probably the most interesting
They took Cousins out at the end of the year to bring this guy in.
Yeah, he wasn't doing good. Well, he was injured. Cousins was playing hurt last year, and eventually he was just throwing picks. He had some lower body injuries, some shoulder injuries. He was all banged up. And when you're hurt as a quarterback and you can't deliver that ball the right way, you're going to throw a lot of interceptions and you're going to put your team in big time danger.
But they want to get their money's worth. They paid Cousins a lot of money.
That's the thing.
A lot of money to be there. So
that's the
it's
thing.
going to be a hard decision just keeping him as a backup behind second. Well, I guess he's a second-year player. It's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough move. So I guess they're going to look at it. They're going to see what makes sense, and they'll make their call there. But right now, I think that position's wide open for either one of those two. Anything else going on with football? You like any games this week or no?
I'm not really looking at these games yet. Still trying to win these baseball games, man. They've been tough, but we're surviving here.
Yeah, baseball's baseball's been interesting. There's been some really, really hot team. Oh, I'm on the wrong camera, Ben. I apologize. I'm sorry about that, guys. We got some things going on in baseball right now. Got a couple of really, really hot teams. You got some teams that are not hot, and you got some teams that are hot. The hottest team right now in baseball is Milwaukee, no doubt about it. Best record in baseball, playing phenomenal. Been winning like crazy.
How about your How about your hometown team?
Yeah, that was next on my list. The Boston Red Sox, playing really, really good baseball. If you told me that you could get rid of your best player and Rafael Devers, move him to another team, and you're playing much better baseball without him than you were with him, and the Red Sox are finding ways to win, and they got a pretty damn good, solid pitching staff. I'll tell you, they got a lot of good arms, and they're finding ways to win. And they might be a tough out in the last 45, 50 games of the season. They're right behind Toronto. I think Toronto got a 3-game lead as good as they're playing. Red Sox are breathing right down on them. The team that's falling apart, I mean, talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. New York Yankees is just, what's going on there with the Yankees, man? Boone's, I don't know.
I put a little bit on the Rangers yesterday. They got swept by the Marlins. Yeah, they got some issues, the Yankees.
The Yankees right now are burning money, man. Burning money. Don't chase after them, guys. You got to see how these teams go. I've been telling you this like week after week. Don't just think they're going to pick up and all of a sudden start winning games. You got to watch how they come out of these bad runs. And the Yankees right now are currently in bad run. Same with the Dodgers. The Dodgers have been an up and down. I saw the numbers on them. They're like 35% or 30% win percentage over their last 20-plus games. I mean, going in the wrong direction. A team that everyone thought was going to win over 100 games this year, I don't see it happening. There's no way they're getting to that win total of 103.5.
Two teams, the White Sox getting to what,
53.5.
53.5.
They have a shot.
And they only got to win 12 more games.
Yeah.
They got a shot.
Yeah,
the Dodgers would have to win 37 more. I don't even know. Yeah, they got to win out, basically. They're not hitting that win total. No way.
Yeah.
100 wins is hard. Like you said, 100 wins is really hard in baseball.
It's absolutely brutal. I mean, if you think about it, and a lot of these teams, like I said, in baseball, very tough to get consistent results. They win some, they win a game or two, they lose right away. They're not going on these consistent runs. We saw that with Detroit through the first 80-plus games of the season. They were 25 games over 500. And if you've been betting them ever since then, man, you've been losing a lot of money. The Tigers have just been burning money as well. And like these teams like the Mets and, the other teams, they're playing above 500 baseball, but they've been staying in like this funk where they're a certain amount of games over, and they're not really adding more, wins to it. So you got to be careful this time of the year because there's a lot of inflated numbers that you're going to catch on teams that you really shouldn't be putting your money on. They're making the numbers way, way higher than normal, especially against certain matchups. And some of these teams are not getting the job done. They just keep going backwards.
It's almost like they just slap a big line on them because of the name, and then the Tigers. The Tigers are 7-15 in their last 22 games. Scotty, 7-15 in their last 22 games, and they were the best team in baseball,
hands down.
Very interesting.
I picked them to win the AL. I don't think that's happening the way the Red Sox are playing in Toronto. They're just playing super strong. Tigers are just right now in a funk. I don't know what happened to them because they were playing so well and their pitching was so well and they're hitting. They were finding ways to come back and score. They're doing absolutely the opposite of late. They're losing again today to Minnesota.
Yeah, 8-4.
8-4.
You know what's important to me, Scotty? Tell me your opinion on this. Especially late in the season, I want to see if you're a good team and you're playing a bad team, I want to see you beat up on that team. For example, I know the Marlins were hot, but the Yankees, to get swept by the Marlins, to me, that's unacceptable. Then on the other side of the coin, you have the Blue Jays. The Toronto Blue Jays who are in Colorado right now, and they've blown them out the last two games. They're going to be playing here
shortly
in about 15 minutes. That was that pick, first 5 innings minus a run. But yeah, if you're playing a team like Colorado, I need to see blowouts in order for me to say, hey, this is a contender. This is a World Series team. I need to see you beat those teams up.
Well, that's a good point, and that's what you're seeing with Milwaukee right now. Milwaukee is going in and just ass-kicking teams. They're not playing close games. I think the closest game they had recently was 2 runs. Other than that, they've been winning games decisively. So, they're playing the right baseball at the right time. They're heating up, and they're getting great pitching from all the key starters, and they've just been on a big run, and they're playing unbelievable on the road. So, that's a team you got to reckon with. I'm surprised they're even a dog tonight in this game. I know, obviously, the pitching matchup isn't that favorable, but Milwaukee to be a dog against Atlanta, who's, to me, has been a terrible team, inconsistent the whole entire season. That's a team that's been overinflated because everyone thought that they were going to have a much better season, so they make prices on Atlanta that they really shouldn't. And this could be a perfect example. You got Milwaukee at +1, almost 120.
Why? First of all, the Braves, wow. Would you agree the Braves are the most disappointing team of the year? Overall.
Are they one of the most?
I mean, they're 20 games below 500.
They're definitely in the top 5 for sure of most disappointing. I mean, you could say Colorado.
But you expected that from Colorado. Like, you expected the Braves.
As bad a season as they have.
But you expected the Braves to have a winning record this year.
You would expect the Braves to have been at least over 500. 500.
Now, for the sports betting psychologist in you, when you look at a line like the Braves favored in this game, what do you do?
Well, here's the key to what I would look at a game like this. Number one, Milwaukee won the first 2 games of the series. It's tough to sweep on the road. Yes, Milwaukee is so much better right now, and they're locked in and they're playing unbelievable. I think they're 11-1 in their last 12 road games. I mean, they just keep finding ways to win. Atlanta has just been playing, awful baseball. But, sooner or later, you can't just, these series, in these series, the other team's going to get up sooner or later. Not that I'm trying to figure out that it's going to be today, that they're going to all of a sudden wake up out of nowhere. But, Strider is a pitcher for Atlanta that when he does come with his best stuff, he is very hard to beat, especially at home. So I can understand with the sweep factor involved. The pitching matchup with Strider, who's his record doesn't show it, but he does command he has very good stuff, and he can definitely keep them in the game. He doesn't allow too many base runners, so that I can understand all that. The sweep factor is probably the key, so that's I would stay off it. I made my money. I had Milwaukee game 1 and game 2, so I wouldn't. Me too. I wouldn't chase them to go for the sweep. That's how I would look at it. I would stay off tonight. Just for the simple fact I already made my money in this series. I won the 2 games, the first 2, so I would stay off tonight and see how this one plays out.
I agree with you 100%, Scotty. Another game that I'll give you guys. I put it on my Instagram, but
tough to win on the road, a sweep.
It is. Real quick, I'm just looking at bullpens in this matchup. Pitchers are both very similar. Rays versus Angels. Anderson for the Angels. He's been a little bit worse than Baz for the Rays. But you're talking about a top 10 bullpen versus a bottom 5 bullpen in the league. So I like the Rays very small line, -115, -120 in this one. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, that's another team, man. Shake your head to the Tampa Bay. I mean, it just seems like when they're going to get ready to go on a run, they fall back also. They're tough to judge. And, the Angels can play at home. I mean, it's a tough game. That's, not. I don't see a big edge there. And to be honest with you, to make Tampa 120 on the road, for me, I wouldn't touch a game like that. I think that's a close call. It could go either way type of game. So I'd rather stay off a game like that. But, obviously you have your reasons for why you like it. But, yeah, for me, I don't like laying 120 with Tampa on the road in this spot because I think this is the type of matchup, if you're looking at it, you don't have the best pitchers in the world. Both guys losing pitches, both guys with high ERAs. So I think anything can go in a game like that. Tampa did come back and win last night after losing the first game. So this is I guess it's a 3-game series.
Yeah.
4-game series.
What about you? Do you like anything tonight?
Believe it or not, I did like a play, but I'm going to lay some juice with it. I like Kansas City plus 1.5 runs against Boston, laying 160 on the money line.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
Waka?
I think, if anything, they could stay in this game tonight. I think that, as great as the Red Sox have been playing, they got May coming. Obviously they got him from the Dodgers. First time playing at Fenway. Sometimes that could haunt you as a starting pitcher, even though the Red Sox as a team and an organization have been playing really, really well right now. I think Kansas City finds a way to scratch and claw and stays in this game to keep it a one-run game either way, or maybe even pulls an upset and wins it. The number on this game is minus 145 Boston. So I didn't want to take Kansas City even up, so I took it plus 1.5. I'll lay the juice. I think they're going to stay in the game and give the Red Sox a fight tonight.
Yeah.
If any game they could win, I think this is the one of the three.
And
I didn't like them in the first two.
And that line dropped 10 to 15 points down to 130, 135. So that's a good sign for your bet. What do you think? Another team we didn't bring up, but a team that I think made some really good moves in the trade deadline was the Seattle Mariners. They made some good pickups there. I think they got some good hitters, some good bats.
You know what the problem with Seattle, though? They're another one. You can scratch your head to them because just when you think they're ready to bust out, they win a few games, and then you say, damn, look, this team's, they got so much good stuff going on. They got so much talent. They got some solid pitching, but then they come back and drop a few after they win a few. Then, they're just not moving like past that.
They have consistency issues.
Yeah.
For sure.
They just seem to play like 500 ball back and forth a lot. And it's hard to bet them because, in most cases, depending if they're on the road or at home, especially at home with their certain matchups, they're going to be a 140, 150 favorite. So you can't really make any money if you just stick with teams like that and just keep playing them over and over and over again. Well, that's why you got to jump in and out. That's why I'm looking for my spots. Like you said, why don't I like Milwaukee tonight? I mean, I love Milwaukee as far as the way they're playing and they're dominating, but I'm not going to press it. I won the first two games because it looked handily in my favor. This one doesn't look handily in my favor, and trying to go against that sweep, at home, Atlanta can show up, obviously, for one of these games. And with Strider on the mound, like I said, he can show up and really pitch well if he's on his A game. So I think that's why the line on this game makes sense. They're making Atlanta a favorite. You got the sweep factor, you got Strider, and a few other things. So that's the reason why I stay off it.
All right. And then we got Ben with a couple questions here from the audience.
Let's do it.
Yeah, a couple questions. We got the chats engaged. College football, August 23rd. Can't come
Yes, sir.
fast
We can't wait. We cannot wait.
Kansas State, Iowa State.
First time ever.
Dublin.
First time ever, number 1 and number 2 team in the country are going to play each other in the first week.
Yeah, I love it. I'm excited about that one.
Well, let's hear him, Ben.
So,
Manning.
of course, Cooper. Cooper's in the building.
Cooper. What's up, Coop? He's a good man, Coop.
Questions. I like Brewers today. What y'all think?
Well, we just answered that, I think, pretty in-depth.
I don't like the Brewers today.
We don't like them.
It's not that I don't like them. I like them, and I love the way they're playing right now, and I like their domination on the road. But I think
you don't like the spot.
I don't like the spot. I think the third game going for the sweep in this spot, and with Strider, who can show up and really, like I said, he's tough if he's on. I could see Atlanta, pulling a win out of the series. I like the first two games, like I said, real strong.
Here's the thing, Cooper.
Is this Cooper's question?
No, that wasn't Cooper's question. That was OPP.
Here's the thing, OPP. It's a big trap a lot of the times when you have this team like the Brewers, best team in baseball right now, hottest team in baseball right now, and then you see that big people. What I noticed talking to a lot of sports bettors is when people see that big plus sign in front of the number, their dicks get hard, right? They love it. They love seeing those plus signs. There's even a capper out there called like Mr. Plus Money or something like that. People love plus money. I don't get that. I don't get erect for plus money.
Right.
I get a little weary sometimes. So in a situation like that, when I see the best team in the league with the big plus sign in front of them, it's like they're just trying to suck in all those amateurs. So I just...
Well, it's not even that. Like I said, the pitching matchup tonight is okay. But again, when you're going for the sweep in a place like Atlanta, who, let's face it, we think the Braves should have been a lot better than what they are. They're not playing up to their potential. Milwaukee is playing up to their potential, but it's tough to sweep on the road in certain spots, and the number on the game is just not exciting enough for me to take the value of thinking that sweep is going to happen.
Agreed.
And I made my money on the first two games, so I jump out of it.
What's the next one, Ben?
All right, next one is... Let's see. All right, I got it right here for you. Oh, can you hear me? All right, cool.
I wanted to ask you before we question. You got the Astros going for the sweep against the Marlins, who's been playing phenomenal baseball. They finally got to 500. As soon as they get to 500 at 55-55, they lost the first two games of this series. I like this kid Jung pitching today. I think he's got a shot. He's been pitching really well. He's a young talent. I think if they're going to beat the Astros, it's going to be on his arm, on his clock today. And I think the Marlins are going to find a way to scratch and claw and get a W W because they've been playing so well right now. And yeah, the Astros, they were playing up and down baseball coming into this. They've won the last couple of games in a row. I think it's going to be tough to sweep the Marlins in their building, the way they've been playing of late. And again, with the way this pitcher's been pitching, when he starts, he's been keeping them in every single start. So I think the Marlins is a pretty solid play here at minus 115, 120 on the money line. I think they can win this game and avoid the sweep.
I think it could go either way. I'm not going to lay money on that one, but yeah, that's a good one.
I got two more. So, thoughts on Cam Ward ROTY odds plus 325 for a QB seems like a solid value.
Cam Ward, Rookie of the Year. It's tough because that Titans team is so bad.
Right.
Right. And so, when, let's say, for example,
I think he's an experiment this year.
The Texans guy that won it a couple years ago. What the hell's his name? I can't think of it right now.
CJ
Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
He stepped into a little bit of a better situation.
By the way, we kept him off. You don't like CJ Stroud this year at all?
Not in the top 5, not yet, because he had a little. He had a little bit of a drop. Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's possible. I'd have to look a little bit deeper into Rookie of the Years. I already have my MVP pick, as you know, with Joe Burrow,
Travis Hunter.
You got Ashton Genty, you got Travis Hunter. So it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, but we'll see. I mean, listen, here's the thing. Like I said, the situation, I look at situations, and the situation in Tennessee is not pretty. So I like Cam Ward, but I'm not sure I like his situation. I like Ashton Genty. He doesn't have as many good. His odds aren't as good, but I like Ashton Genty. All right.
I'd be looking at him as Cam Ward's
number 2 in odds, though.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter's plus 1,100. Wow.
I got to see him for a bit before I make any call on him, because I got to be honest with you, it depends on what the rest of the team and the protection he can get and everything else around them. If it's falling apart, he's going to fall apart, and that's what happens. The speed of the game, the whole 9 yards.
One more question.
Last one. So this is from Cooper. Cooper said, does Aaron Boone get fired if the Yankees lose tonight?
Aaron Boone.
Oh, if they lose today?
Yeah, lose tonight.
If they lose tonight?
Yeah.
I don't think they would fire. Have the Yankees ever fired a manager mid-season?
Yeah, anyone could go. Listen, he's been on the hot seat for years. This is not the first you heard of Aaron Boone on the hot seat. And you know what? Listen, obviously they got a lot of issues going on. It's a lot of internal issues. You could see it. They're just not playing right as an organization. Judge, no judge. You could blame it on injuries. You could blame it on this. At the end of the day, you got to go out there and put the right nucleus together. I don't think they have the right nucleus together, to be honest. They're not the Yankees of old. Everyone, when they think of the Yankees, everyone says, "Oh, it's the Yankees, the Bronx Bombers."
They were just in the World Series last year.
Yeah, I understand, but this year they haven't put the right nucleus together. It just doesn't seem like they started out good. I think there was 62 and 45. I think that was their best record. They were up 17 games over 500. That's the best numbers they had all season, 17 games over. But since then, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on, whether it's injuries, whether it's guys, getting along, positional players, mistakes, bullpen. I mean, you can name a lot of stuff. So, you can't fire all those people, so you got to fire the one guy that's running the show, and that's it always falls on the head coach or the manager in this case in baseball. But
I could see him getting fired at the end of the season, but I don't know about in the middle of the year.
Well, they got about 48 games left. They might want a spark to get. Don't forget they're still in the hunt for the playoffs. So if they just keep losing and losing with Boone, and they still have a shot to get into the playoffs, maybe they need that spark by firing them, or doing something to bring someone else on to hopefully get that team moving in the right direction.
We'll keep looking at it, but great questions, guys. We really appreciate it. Ben, look how nice the You're Killing Me Smalls. Look at how I hung it. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know why we haven't done that before.
I know.
That looks great.
Freaking awesome.
All right. Well, I think we hit it all, man. We had TK here from all over the world. I guess he's been traveling to many different countries. He was here on the show with us for a bit, having a good time, partying some pub there in Rome. And you and I handled the fort inside today. Talked about some baseball, football, the whole 9 yards. I think we're done, man. I think we had a good show today.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed it very much. I'm excited. I love the quarterback top 10 thing. So we'll save the. You're not going to be here next week?
I'm going to be in Vegas.
Wow. Okay.
Viva Las Vegas.
Because we have that. We still have to do the NFC total win. So we'll have to figure out when I'll give it to you. Maybe we'll go on a live and do it. But yeah.
I'm looking forward to the football season. I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to that week 1 college football game between Texas and Ohio State. You see an early number on that game right now? It's got to be very close, I would think.
We got to go. Ben's calling us down here.
We got to go? All right. Where can they find you, Teddy, out there? Let's go.
Our boys at Make Vegas Pay, a great sports consulting company. They're waiting to come and do the next show. They can find me at _profits_pick. No S after pick. Look for the blue check mark. If you don't see the blue check mark, it's not us. You can go to my website, thesportsprofits.com. Check us out. If you're watching here now, make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on, all that stuff, so you see us live every week. Because, guys, this is kind of a laid-back show, but once football season starts, it gets intense. A lot of predictions. So
kick-ass show. It's going to become a kick-ass show.
Kick-ass.
All right. Thanks for coming on, Teddy. Appreciate it. Holding down the fort here with me this week. And next week it'll be you and TK running the show here. So let's make it happen. Make me proud while I'm on that flight all the way across country. I hate that 5.5 hour flight, but it is what it is. All right, guys, this is the one and only Get the Edge Sports Podcast. Love doing the show with these guys each and every week. Here from the one and only Podcast Junkie Studios in Boca. Again, we're on all podcast forums, you name it, Apple, Spotify, our own YouTube channel. Click and subscribe. Give us a like. It's the one and only Get the Edge Sports Podcast. And I am Scott Matthews. You can find me on Instagram. Guys, you should check out my broadcast channel. We have been kicking ass on it, and everything I put up there is additional free stuff. Repeat, free. We never charge for any of those games. Just click and join it. The broadcast channel, it's on my Instagram, which is SM Sports Picks, and we put out our daily videos each and every day. And I also go live each and every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Instagram. So have a great day today. We'll catch you back here next week. Let's make some money, and we'll see you soon.
Great show.
All over the place.
No. That was a fucking fantastic show. What's up, boys?